Hello and welcome. You're watching Top Employers, a series that spotlights Africa's high-ranking employers who exhibit excellence in their people practices. I'm Dewald Rademeyer. Today we focus on an outsourcing and offshoring consulting company, Nutun, a company who has global footprints in South Africa, Australia, Fiji, Mauritius and the United Kingdom, and prides itself on learning and development focused strategy for its employees. Joining me to share some insights on this is Dineo Sekwele, Nutun Group's Executive for Human Capital. Dineo, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me here.
I understand this is your first time participating in Top Employer to get that certification. Why now, and how did that journey begin?
Yeah, so the journey began in 2020, and it was obviously during COVID-19. We realized that as an organization that we needed to change the way we do things, but also to be part of the Top Employer, to get the accreditation with the Top Employer. We were aware that we have a lot of gaps, and we gave ourselves about 2 years to work on this. So that means that we had to look at how we design our processes, and we did a thorough analysis. So we looked at our processes, our strategies, our programs, our initiatives, and then we realized that, okay, there are glaring gaps that we need to close. And then we said that how much time do we give ourselves? We gave ourselves about 2 years to really focus on designing what needed to be designed. Because for us, as we know, Nutun is relatively new in the market, so we wanted to ensure that people out there in the market, especially the talent that you want to retain, they are aware of who we are and they know what we're doing, and we can also be able to attract and retain that talent. So that was one thing, but also the other thing as well was around our employees. We always wanted our employees to really feel comfort, to know that the company is being benchmarked, especially the people practices are being benchmarked against global companies or global best practice. And also for them to really feel proud that they work for a company that has been accredited by the Top Employer, which obviously is benchmarked against international practices.
Now that you have that certification with Top Employers, what does it mean for the organization?
It really means a lot. I mean, like you said earlier on, this is the first time we are accredited by the Top Employer. We are very proud as an organization that we are a Top Employer, but also our employees are very proud to work for an organization that has been accredited by the Top Employer. But also that now, I mean, you do know that Nutun is relatively a new brand in the market. So it means that now we'll be able to go out there, attract the talent that we want to attract, retain the talent that we want to retain, but people are also becoming more aware of who we are, and also we can compete against the best. So it really means a lot for us as an organization.
Now, other than being proud to be working for a company that's got the certification, why do you think or feel people should join the organization, given this time specifically, knowing that you're in an industry that can cross that global boundaries easily?
So I think for me the culture is really amazing. We work for an entrepreneurial culture. Our founders are actually entrepreneurs, and it starts from there, and it comes down right up to the lowest level. And the culture itself requires a person who can think like an entrepreneur, a person who will be able to go out there, solve problems, identify gaps, and we collaborate a lot. We always talk about innovation, so we need people with that entrepreneurial and innovative mindset. And teamwork is also very, very big for us. It's a very friendly environment. We can talk to anyone at any time. And also, we don't have bureaucracy, we don't have really red tape. It's easy for you to talk to anyone. It's easy for you to go to the executive team. It's easy for you to go to the CEO and share your ideas. We have open door policy. And also being a global organization also means that there will be that job rotation, secondments, which we have already done, and also within South African context as well with other companies like we are into customer services and the recoveries. You can also be able to move around as well. So I think for me, coming to an organization like this one, there's so much that you will actually get from this type of an environment. But also what is unique and key for us is that you can also create your own career. So when we appoint you, we don't appoint you to just come in and do the role that you've been appointed for. You actually come in, you look at your role, and we say that how can we assist you to enhance your role and to make it even a bigger role, that will make you excited. The environment is really inspiring, it's very motivating. People are always, willing to share information. You learn so much. I mean, even me personally as an HR, I don't just do HR, we really believe that, if you learn, you have to learn, all areas of the business, including what your area of speciality. So yeah, I would say those are the things.
Now, you spoke about the fact that the staff can walk into the executive's office. The career is not a career, there's a growth. Is that what sets you apart from other BPOs?
I think for me, the EVP is what sets us apart from other BPOs. We have a very attractive EVP, or rather a compelling EVP, and we've done a lot of work. We've benchmarked ourselves against our competitors, and the results came out to say that we're actually leading in that space. And if you look at other BPOs, not a lot of them actually have been accredited by the top employer. So our processes have been scrutinized, have been benchmarked by the top employer. That's one. But also two, the culture is just a very different culture. You can do so much. You can really do so much. And we also involved in leadership and development as well. We spend a lot of money, in learning and development, in ensuring that our employees continuously learn and we continuously develop them, and they have the skills that are required, in order for them to move to the next level. But also, we have a program which we called DRP, and this program is a program for that caters for the employees that have never worked before. For example, the matriculants, they've never worked before, they only have matric, and we all know about the high unemployment rate in South Africa. And we actually attract those on a monthly basis. On average, we have about 120 that we attract, on a monthly basis. We spend a lot of time really training them on our processes, on our systems, on how we operate the business. And after that, we absorb them into the business. And of course, there's a criteria for absorbing them in the business. They have to fit the culture. And again, that's what also sets us apart, when you look at what other organizations are doing. And we really play hard. We play, there's time to play, and there's time to work very hard. It's a fast-paced environment. And when I say fast-paced, I really mean it in its essence, that it's a very fast-paced environment, and it's a high-performance culture. So it's really an organization for those individuals that would like to work for an organization like that. So I would say that that's really what is unique about our organization. But I think also the other thing as well, part of our values and what we saw with this top employer, and we felt that it really resonates, with our values, as well as our brand essence, is the excellence in everything that we do, as well as pursuing innovation. And that's what we talk about all the time, and that's what the organization is about. We always pursue to innovate and to be excellent in everything that we do.
It's great to know you're aiming for that missing gap, that youth gap that's got such a high unemployment rate. But as we quickly come to a close to this conversation, what's your current people initiatives?
Yeah, I'm gonna just mention few. There's quite a lot, and I'm saying this because obviously, if you look at top employer, we have to continuously benchmark ourselves. We have to continuously be aware of where the gaps are and how to close those gaps. So we've done well in some areas, and in some areas we did relatively well, but there are gaps that needs to be closed. So one of the things that we'll be focusing on, or that we are focusing on right now, it's really around the values. The Nutun brand being a new brand, in the market, we had to refine our values, and we now rolling them out in the business. We're educating everyone about the values, what the values mean, how to live them, how to make decisions in line with the values. And then we're also looking at leadership development. That for us is very key. We've identified top 100 leaders of the business, and we're now looking at how we're going to be managing those individuals, because those are the ones that are very critical in our organizations. They're actually the ones that steer the organization, and that ensures that the organization achieve what we want to achieve. Also, the community as well is one of the things. I mean, we are doing fantastic work, around community work. If you look at us globally, there's a lot that we're doing. But because we are still that new brand that many people are not aware of, we haven't really communicated that message quite well, or the story quite well outside. And currently we're working on that, on really creating that story that people will understand and see what Nutun is about and what we do for the community. Employee experience has also become very important. We have actually evolved from EVP because we believe that we have done very, very well. Like I said earlier on, we've even benchmarked our EVP against our competitors. Employee experience is one thing. For us, we're saying that when you come to the organization and interact with me as a candidate, you actually have to feel that greatness of this organization. You have to feel that innovation that we're talking about, the excellence, and how we put people at the center, of the organization, and all other things that I've mentioned about our culture. We wanted to feel that. So employee experience for us is important. To want the the candidate to feel it from when they join the organization right up to when they're in the organization. And actually, when they're in the organization, we also have a journey that we have outlined with them, where we are saying that now that you have joined the organization, how do we help you to succeed? What tools do you require? What resources do you need? What support do you need? Who are the people that you'll be collaborating with? The buddy system, teamwork, and things like that. So that's one thing that we're looking at. And we're saying that really is from the candidate experience right up to when a person is leaving the organization. Even when you leave, we still want you to say that this was a great organization to work for.
Now, Dineo, I think there's still quite a lot we can unpack about this, but we have unfortunately run out of time. So I do want to thank you for coming in and just laying the foundation as to who Nutun is and why and how you achieved top employer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was Dineo Sekwele, Nutun Group's executive for human capital, sharing her insights on the multinational company and its approach towards developing employees. And until next time, goodbye.